So let's go to the third strategy. Now, there are certain words and phrases which are called hypnotic language patterns. Hypnotism is all about reaching the unconscious brain and getting the unconscious brain to utilize its unconscious learnings. So there are plenty of hypnotic patterns of language that you can use in sales. Now I'm going to tell you one of them. We talk about plenty of them in the full day seminar. And one of them is before we begin. Okay? When people know that you're selling something to them, their resistance is very high. When you say before we begin, there's very little resistance, right? Just, hey, we haven't begun. Relax, chill out. We haven't begun. Okay. So now you can take it easy. So as I said, I don't obviously use all the strategies all the time, but if I were to use the strategy today, if I wanted to use the strategy today, I would have used it if I was selling products, or if I wanted you to like my Facebook page or something of that sort. So if I had products for sale and I was starting at 10 o'clock, I would make an announcement at 9:55 saying, okay, before we begin, I just want to let you know that there's some products out there, there's some DVDs and books, and in the breaks you can just have a look at them. The chances are very high that this message will go in a much more positive way, and you will be happy to get the message. Compared to once we start, then suddenly it becomes prone to more resistance. So people do not appreciate that message just because now you've told them when the official time is started. So before we begin is de-stressor, it's a resistance reducer. So you can get in an important message when you say before we begin. Okay, so this is a nice short and sweet one. Any questions on this?
What do we have to say exactly? If we are selling something.
Yeah, so you can say, if I didn't have a product and I still wanted to use this, I could say, before we begin, I thought I'll just let you know that I have a Facebook page by the way of Dharmendra Rai, and there are lots of free updates that will be available on it. So in the breaks, if you want to get those free updates, could you just like them? So that message is likely to produce more likes than if I said it after 10 o'clock.
That means that has to be something related to product or something personal to that person. What about that person's business?
You're trying to sell a concept. You're trying to get him to do something for you. So it can be used for both business situations as well as all these strategies can be used everywhere. They can be used with children, they can be used with lovers, spouses, everywhere. Yeah.
What is the psyche behind this?
When you're saying before we begin, that means we're not begun, right? So the guard is down. Before we start a meeting, I'm having a business meeting with somebody. Okay, so before we begin, I thought I'd just say this. Before we begin, I thought I'd just let you know that that I also have this exciting new product that I want you to look at. so it's very, very context specific.
It could also be like you're giving them choice. So you should be very satisfied.
Choice again is a very tricky thing. So we have a separate section on choice. I'm not going to cover choice here. You got to be very careful with choice. It's a separate science by itself. And the topmost person in choice is a lady called Sheena Iyengar. She's a real brilliant person and she's blind. So it's amazing that she's the topmost authority in the world on choices.
TED Talk, yeah.
And she's blind. That's amazing.
She's a TED Talk.
Sheena Iyengar, yes.
Yes.
So that's a different thing.